Friends, noble seekers, and all who walk the path of understanding, let us gather our hearts and minds today to explore the very essence of the Buddha's profound insight, the Four Noble Truths. These are not mere philosophical concepts to be pondered intellectually, but a direct map to liberation, a diagnosis of our human condition, and a clear path out of suffering. The Buddha, after his awakening, did not speak of distant heavens or abstract gods. He spoke of suffering, its cause, its cessation, and the path to that cessation. This is the ultimate practicality of his teaching, relevant to every breath we take, every joy and sorrow we experience. The first truth, often translated as suffering, is called dukkha. But dukkha is far more profound than mere pain. It encompasses the entirety of our unsatisfactory existence. It is the inherent imperfection, the constant unease, the subtle frustration that pervades life, even in its most joyful moments. Think of it this way. When we buy a new, beautiful garment, there is a fleeting joy. But soon it might get stained. It might tear, or a newer, more fashionable garment appears, and our old one suddenly seems inadequate. The initial joy, though real, carries within it the seed of its own decay. This inherent impermanence is dukkha. Dukkha is universally present. We experience the obvious forms, the pain of sickness, the sorrow of loss, the anguish of separation from loved ones. When we lose a job, when a relationship ends, when our body aches, these are undeniable forms of dukkha. But dukkha also manifests in subtle, often overlooked ways. There is the dukkha of change, the sheer effort required to maintain what we have, the anxiety of anticipating future difficulties, the subtle feeling of dissatisfaction even when all seems well. Have you ever achieved a long-sought goal, only to find the satisfaction short-lived and soon a new goal arises? Or a sense of emptiness? This too is dukkha. And perhaps most profoundly, there is the dukkha of conditioned existence itself. We are born, we age, we fall ill, we die. Our bodies are impermanent, our minds are impermanent. We constantly strive to find something permanent, something solid to grasp onto in a world that is fundamentally fluid and ever-changing. This grasping at the impermanent is the source of our deepest unease. Consider a person diligently building a magnificent sandcastle on the beach. They spend hours pouring their heart into every detail, hoping it will last. But the tide, inevitable and relentless, slowly creeps in. The moment they finish, the dukkha of impermanence is already present, subtly whispering that this beautiful creation cannot endure. The more they cling to its permanence, the greater their suffering when the waves finally claim it. This is the truth of dukkha. Everything that arises, everything that is compounded, is subject to cessation. Having understood that suffering is pervasive, the Buddha did not stop there. He went deeper, asking, what is the cause? What fuels this fire of dissatisfaction? And this leads us to the second noble truth. Samudaya, the origin of suffering. The origin of suffering is identified as Taṇhā, often translated as craving, thirst, or attachment. It is this craving that leads to renewed existence and rebirth, accompanied by delight and lust, seeking delight here and there. Taṇhā manifests in three primary ways. First, craving for sensual pleasures, kāma taṇhā. This is the desire for pleasant sights, sounds, smells, tastes, and tactile sensations. We want the delicious meal, the beautiful music, the soft touch, the exciting movie. And when we get them, the pleasure is often fleeting, leaving us wanting more or searching for the next sensation. Imagine a person constantly browsing online shops, always seeking the newest gadget, the latest fashion. Each purchase brings a temporary thrill, a brief sense of satisfaction. but it quickly fades, replaced by the urge to find the next must-have item. This endless cycle is driven by kama Taṇhā. Second, craving for existence, or becoming, bhava Taṇhā. This is the desire to be something, to achieve something, to perpetuate oneself, to have a certain status or identity. It is the craving for fame, power, recognition, or simply to be important. Think of someone obsessed with their social media presence, constantly checking for likes and comments, crafting the perfect image. Their sense of self-worth becomes entirely dependent on external validation. The moment their post doesn't get enough attention, or someone else's post performs better, their bhava Taṇhā causes immediate anxiety and suffering. This craving is rooted in the mistaken belief in a permanent, separate self that needs to be constantly fed and validated. Third, craving for non-existence or annihilation, vibhava Taṇhā. This is the desire to get rid of something unpleasant, to escape suffering, to numb oneself, or even to cease to exist. When life becomes too painful, some seek escape through distraction, addiction, or even by wishing they had never been born. A student overwhelmed by exam stress might spend hours mindlessly watching videos, trying to escape the pressure. This desire to avoid or annihilate unpleasant experiences is also a form of craving, for it still involves clinging to a desired outcome, the absence of pain, rather than facing reality. These cravings are not just external desires. They are deeply rooted within the mind, arising from our fundamental ignorance of the true nature of reality, specifically ignorance of impermanence, suffering, and non-self. We cling because we believe these things can bring us lasting happiness, even though experience repeatedly shows us otherwise. If there is suffering, and if there is a cause for that suffering, then logic dictates that there must be an end to it. This brings us to the third noble truth, nirodha, the cessation of suffering. The cessation of suffering is the complete relinquishment, abandonment, destruction, and cessation of Taṇhā, that very craving we just discussed. It is the realization of nirvana. Nirvana is not a place, nor is it a state of oblivion. It is the blowing out of the flame of craving, hatred, and delusion. It is a state of profound peace, unconditioned joy, and ultimate freedom from all forms of dukkha. Imagine the sandcastle builder on the beach. Instead of clinging to the sandcastle, imagining its permanence, he understands its impermanent nature from the very beginning. He enjoys the process of building it. He appreciates its beauty in the present moment. But when the tide comes in, he watches it dissolve with equanimity, without sorrow or regret. He has released his craving for its permanence. This release is a taste of nirodha. When we truly let go of craving for sensual pleasures, we can still enjoy the beauty of the world, the taste of food, the sound of music. But we do so without clinging, without the desperate need for more. When we let go of craving for existence, we can still strive, work, and engage with the world. But our actions are not driven by the fear of being insignificant, but by wisdom and compassion. When we let go of craving for non-existence, we can face pain and discomfort with courage, understanding them as impermanent phenomena rather than overwhelming burdens we must escape. Nirodha is the freedom that comes from seeing things as they truly are, liberated from the distortions of craving. It is a profound state of mind where the heart is utterly at peace, unshakable by the changing winds of the world. It is the ultimate security, for it is independent of all conditions. The Buddha, being supremely compassionate, did not merely state that suffering can cease. He provided the precise instructions, the practical map, to achieve that cessation. This is the fourth noble truth. Magga, the path to the cessation of suffering, known as the Noble Eightfold Path. The Noble Eightfold Path is a holistic training encompassing wisdom, ethical conduct, and mental development. It is a path to be walked, not just intellectually understood. Let us briefly touch upon its components. Right understanding. Sama Ditti. This is the foundational wisdom, the correct comprehension of the Four Noble Truths themselves. It is seeing things as they truly are. Understanding impermanence, suffering, and non-self. It is knowing the ethical law of karma. Wholesome actions lead to wholesome results. Unwholesome actions lead to unwholesome results. This understanding is the lamp that illuminates the entire path. Right thought. Sama Sankap. This involves thoughts of renunciation, letting go of craving, thoughts of goodwill, loving kindness towards all beings, and thoughts of non-harming, compassion. It is cultivating a mind free from ill will, aversion, and harmful intentions. For example, when you find yourself resenting a colleague's success, right thought prompts you to transform that resentment into sympathetic joy. Mudita, right speech, or samavaka. This means abstaining from false speech, lying, divisive speech, slander, harsh speech, abusive language, and idle chatter, gossip, meaningless talk. Instead, we speak truthfully, kindly, constructively, and meaningfully. Imagine the difference in your relationships if every word spoken was imbued with truth, kindness, and purpose. Right action. Sama Kamanta. This involves abstaining from taking life, taking what is not given, stealing, and sexual misconduct. It is living ethically, ensuring our physical actions cause no harm to ourselves or others. When tempted to take something that isn't yours, right action guides you to refrain, knowing the deep karmic implications. Right livelihood. Sama Ajiva. This means earning a living in a way that does not harm others or yourself. It involves avoiding professions that deal in weapons, poisons, slavery, or the slaughter of animals. It is ensuring your daily work contributes positively to society rather than fueling harm or exploitation. A person dedicated to right livelihood finds peace in their daily work, knowing it is aligned with their ethical principles. Right effort. Sama Vayama. This is the diligent effort to prevent unwholesome states from arising, to abandon unwholesome states that have arisen, to arouse wholesome states that have not yet arisen, and to maintain and perfect wholesome states that have arisen. It is the continuous, energetic cultivation of goodness and the letting go of negativity. It's like a gardener constantly tending their garden, weeding out unwanted plants and nurturing the beneficial ones. Right mindfulness. Sama Sati. This is the unwavering attention to the present moment, observing the body, feelings, mind, and mental objects as they arise and pass away without judgment or reaction. It is being fully present with your breath, your sensations, your thoughts, witnessing them without getting caught in their story. When you are fully mindful, you see the craving arise, but you don't instantly identify with it or act upon it. You simply observe its impermanent nature. Right concentration. Sama Samadhi. This is the development of focused, sustained attention through meditation, leading to deeper states of absorption. Jhana. It is the culmination of mindfulness, where the mind becomes utterly still, clear, and profoundly concentrated, providing the optimal conditions for insight and wisdom to arise. The Four Noble Truths are not a philosophy of pessimism, but a profound declaration of hope. They begin by acknowledging the reality of suffering, but they do not end there. They provide a clear, practical, and time-tested path to liberation, available to anyone willing to walk it. To understand these truths is to understand the very fabric of existence and the potential for boundless peace within each of us. By embracing the truth of suffering, comprehending its cause, realizing its cessation, and diligently following the Eightfold Path, we too can blow out the flame of craving and experience the profound freedom of the unflaming heart. Let us carry these truths in our hearts and apply them in our lives, step by step, breath by breath, towards the ultimate goal of nirvana.